Hello, yogis. My name is Anthony, and I'm going to take you through a little practice this morning. We'll start off with some pranayama work, some breath work, and specifically breath retention. Some of you might recognize this um, as the Wim Hof method. It's this idea of filling up, right? Really filling up from your belly, the chest, lungs, into your throat, right into the top of your head, and a long, hard exhale. So it's not a smooth, slow exhale like we would do with Ujjayi breath. So it would be a deep inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth, get empty. We're going to do that for 20 or 30 rounds, right? I'm not really going to keep track, but uh, on the last breath, that's why my stopwatch is right here. We'll breathe in together, we'll breathe out, we'll hold empty, and then I'll start the time so that you can relax and enjoy this process. I'll start the time every 30 seconds or so. I'll let you know where you're at, right? And I'll do that for, let's say, 2.5 to 3 minutes. I know if Alana's out there, I need to go much longer, but um, for most of us, 3 minutes is maximum. And it's a nice way for you at home to repeat this on your own and just try to better your time, better the retention of the breath, right? So let's start that together, and then we'll get into our practice. So we'll start again, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. So not the nose, in through the mouth, in through the mouth, and just nice easy seat. Some of you might prefer lying down, which is a nice way to do this as well. If you're seated, hands on your shins, your knees, tops of the thighs, hands can be facing up or down, up to you. You just get comfortable. So inhale through the mouth, out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale, in, out, inhale deeply, exhale, inhale, like a wave, all the way up into the chest, into the throat, let it go. Try to get as much air in as you can. You might feel a little lightheaded, perfectly normal. Let's do 10 more like this. And let it out, and retain that breath out. Try not to close off the throat. Maybe eyes are closed. Stay calm. Just feel what's happening in your body. Don't think about holding the breath, right? Your body's breathing itself right now. That's 30 seconds. It's hard to talk and retain my breath at the same time. I'm trying. 45 seconds. One minute. Minute and 15 seconds. So again, holding that breath out, hold it out, eyes closed, stay calm. Coming up on a minute and 30 seconds right now. Again, feel the sensation through the body as that breath is retained. Feel your heartbeat. You might feel a sensation in your fingertips, your toes, maybe the crown of the head. That's a minute and 45 seconds. Try to do this without forcing yourself, right? Allow this to be a natural sensation. Right? That's 2 minutes. Let's go for another 30 seconds. We'll take it to 2.5 minutes for some of you who have been practicing this on the regular. A beautiful way to boost your immune system in these crazy times that we're all living in. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So let's try 15 seconds more. So if you're still with me, stay with us. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe in. Hold that for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just allow that to settle in your body. Feel all the sensations. Feel all the sensations. Eyes closed. And just come back to a normal rhythm with your breath. All right. And let's come on to our backs. Grab a strap if you need to hit pause, go and grab a strap. And we're going to start out with some just nice, easy posterior chain opening, right? So backs of the legs, hamstrings, tendons, ligaments, glutes, lower back. So we're going to come onto our backs. And we'll take the strap and let's place it around the ball of the right foot to start. And then try to keep it on the ball of the foot. You have a little more control here. And then allow your head to settle. Now, press into the strap, push into the strap, equally pull, with equal pressure, pull on the strap, right? So you're pushing up, drawing down equally. And just breathe into that. Some of you might need a soft or maybe even a larger bend in the knee, that's okay. So the goal isn't necessarily to straighten the leg, right? I see people force themselves into this position all the time and their legs start shaking, and that's okay. But if you allow the surrender over a longer period of time, you'll have a much better experience and a longer term effect, right? So as we get into our practice, you'll feel the benefit of this surrender. So I feel a surrender right now right in the middle of my right hamstring. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to soften everything. I'm going to pull my foot a little bit closer to my head. Find that pressure, drawing down, pressing in. And just breathe into it. Bring your breath to the sensation. So I like to say, communicate in the language of sensation, right? So instead of reacting, where you feel that slightest bit of discomfort, so what do? You back off. What happens if you stay and don't react? What happens? Find peace, find calmness. Let's try that one more time. Let's release. Let's bring the foot a little bit closer, whatever that means for you, right? So I still have a slight bend in my knee, right? I have lots of issues on this right leg, so this is where I'm at today, right? Right now, this is fine, and I'm happy with this. I'm not looking for more. I'm not disappointed. I'm okay with this. And just breathe. Now take both straps, both ends of the straps in the right hand, and then start to allow the leg just to fall out to the right, but keep the left glute in contact with the earth. So if you feel yourself rocking over, rolling over, back off a bit. Left hand relaxes on the earth. Head is heavy. Shoulder blades sitting on the earth. And then again, pausing where you feel the sensation, communicating with that language of sensation, listening. Just drop in a little bit deeper. So at this point, I can take some of that bend out of my knee naturally. It feels natural to do that. So I'm allowing that to happen. I'm not forcing. My left sits bone, my left glute is still sitting on my mat. That's important. And if not, the reason for that is you have this false sense of range of motion, right? So if I let my left glute fall away from the earth, it just gives me that false sense of, hey, look how far I can bring my right foot to the other side. No, back off that. Yeah, be true to this. And let's start to bring it back up to center. Grab both straps with the left hand. Now we're just going to cross the center line of the body, just slightly, right? So my glutes are sitting on the earth, just crossing slightly. Big stretch on the outside of the right thigh. I feel this in my calf, a little bit behind the knee, and right through the belly of the hamstring. Again, that pressure though, right? Pressing into the strap, drawing down on the foot. Wait for the surrender, wait for it. And if the discomfort is just so great that you just cannot relax into this and stay calm, back off a bit, find that sweet spot, and then ease back into the range of motion. Good. And then start to bend the knee, remove the strap, draw the right knee. Sometimes we say draw the right knee into the chest. It's really not into the chest, it's to the outside of the body. So draw it in. Try to lift your left heel off the earth if you can. And then release that and shake it out. And let's simply take that over to the left side. So what I'll do is I'll spin around on my mat so that I don't hit the wall when I open up. So taking the strap to the ball of the left foot. And guys, listen, if you don't have a strap, use a towel, a belt. I know that sounds pretty obvious, but just a reminder. So again, I'm finding that place on the ball of the foot. I'm pressing the ball of the foot up, and I'm drawing down. Equal pressure. There's almost no effort, right? I'm tractioning in both directions, so it evens itself out. So light touch with the hands. So this side I can go a little bit deeper. Just breathe into that sensation. Again, going back to that language of sensation. I really appreciate that concept, right? The language of sensation, where you're speaking by listening and then responding, right, to what you hear. So I just felt a release. So I'm going to back off just a bit, take a breath in, and then on my breath out, I'm just going to pull a little bit deeper, just a little bit deeper, listening. There it is. There's the sensation. And then just be in that sensation. Breathe into it. Bring the breath to that space that you feel. If you'd like to start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath through this process, you can. In through the mouth, out through the mouth is fine. It's very easy to hold on to your breath in situations like this when we're not moving, right? We're not flowing. Let's try that one more time. Well, slight release. Let's go a little bit deeper, whatever that means for you. And that might mean that you have a big bend in your knee, and that's okay. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Big surrender. There it is. I just felt it. Good. Let's grab the strap, both ends of the strap in the left hand, and let's just let the foot fall out to the left. My right hand is going to fall to the earth. Again, my right glute is sitting on the earth. Again, I'm not tipping over. As soon as I tip over, I back off. Just back off a bit. Try to relax the shoulders, the legs, the head. So I can go a little deeper on this side, and I feel, there it is right there. I feel the sensation, so I'll stay here. Again, bring the breath to where you feel, right? Where you feel, where you notice sensation, you notice something happening, you bring the breath in. A few more breaths, try to get a little bit deeper, just let go. Again, as long as the right glute is sitting on the earth, that's important. Okay, here we go. Let's bring it back up to center. Grab both ends of the strap with the right hand and simply cross the center line of the body. Now, if you need to bend in the knee for this, this is okay. If not, if it feels comfortable to straighten the leg, do that. Again, just listening, feel. So lots of sensation, very normal, right through the side of the calf, right through the side of, outside of the thigh. I can go a little deeper, a little deeper. And try to be okay with both sides not being equal, right? That's okay. Let's come back to center. Bend your knee, remove the strap. And then let's hug that left knee into the outside of the ribs on the left side of the body. Lift your right heel off the earth, allow it to hover. And feel the weight of the right leg. Feel that. So good for the lower back. Good, let's hug both knees into the chest. Now this time you are actually pulling in toward the chest. Inner thighs is almost touching, if not touching. Good, and then release. Let's rock ourselves up to a seat. And we'll take you through a little bit of a flow. And I just want to let you guys know I'm still rehabbing my shoulder from shoulder surgery 2 months ago. So downward facing dog is really difficult for me. So I'll probably skip that. But feel free. This is your practice. Feel free to add down dog, add chaturanga, and upward facing dog. I will be skipping those for this flow. But please feel free. I'll give you plenty of time. You can hit pause if you'd like. Always treat these online practices still as your own practice, right? So let's start off. Let's start off standing, and we'll take some very simple sun A's without chaturanga, right? Without chaturanga. Reach your arms up to the sky, which is not. This is fairly new for me on my right side. I'm just starting to be able to do this, so this is good practice for me. Take a big breath in. And then exhale. As you fold forward, reach the hands out. Reach out. Palms can face each other or down. Send the tail back. Palms reach toward the earth. With your fingertips, push the earth away and then lift. Find cat posture here. Round your upper back. So many times we say come into this flat back. Round your upper back. Round it first. Now start to pull your heart through as if you're coming into your cow posture. And then once again, come into your cat posture. Even tuck your chin this time, chin to chest. Inhale, come into cow. Maybe a soft bend in the knee. And then exhale, round. So that one more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And let's just fold. Maybe grab opposite elbow. A little sway side to side. Maybe separate your feet. Maybe even wider than hip width distance. Give your pelvis and your hips some space. Let your belly sit right between your thighs. Head is very heavy. Let's take a little bit of a twist here. Let's set the right fingertips down between or in front of the toes. Start to push the earth away with your fingertips. And then take your left arm, reach it to the sky. Lots of length in the left leg. Big bend in the right knee. Nice. Again, listening. Wait for the surrender. Wait for the release. And then bend both knees. Bring the left fingertips down. Again, either between or in front of the toes. Take your right arm, reach it up high to the sky. I'll try this. I don't know if I can do it. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Lengthening the right leg. Big bend in the left knee. Maybe look up to the right hand. Hello, hand. Wait for the release. There it is. And then release down to the earth. Now, on a long, slow inhale, let's rise up to standing. Inhale, rise up. Reach the arms up overhead. Maybe even reach back slightly. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Let's lengthen and come into that cow posture, right? And then exhale, round into your cat posture here. Inhale, cow. Stay with me. Exhale, step your left foot back. Just drop in and pulse right here. 5, 4. Lift your heart, lift your chin. 2, 1, and pause here. Drop your left knee. Reach your arms up to the sky. Look up, reach up. Pushing into the right foot. Maybe lift the right heel. Big breath in. Exhale, frame your front foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Pause. And then slowly step your left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's flatten out the back now. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up tall. Sweep those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Maybe arms reach out, reaching out. Fingertips touch the earth. Inhale, come into that cow posture, right? Lifting the chin. Exhale, round. Step your right foot back. Just pulse here. Just take 5, maybe 6 pulses. And just releasing the tension in the fascia, right? The connective tissue. 3, 2, 1. Drop the right knee. Anjaneyasana. Maybe untuck the right toes if that feels comfortable. Reach up. Reach back. Look up. Breathe. Exhale, frame your front foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, pause. And let's step the right foot forward. Let's inhale to that flat back. Lengthen. Again, similar to cow posture. It's a natural arch in the lower back. And let's exhale. Find a cat posture. So push the earth away with your fingertips. Round the upper back. Open the space between the shoulders. Tuck your chin in. And let's just fold from here. Let it go. Press your fingertips into the earth. Lengthen your body. Good. And then fold one more time. Let's step the left foot back and drop it flat. Let's find warrior 1 here. Reach your arms up to the sky. I'm going to keep my hands at my heart center. This is aggravating my right shoulder a bit. So I'm listening, right? I'm communicating with my body. I'm listening to my body. Pushing a little deeper. Draw the right hip back. Draw the right hip back. Just like that. Just enough so that the left side of the body starts to come forward. So if I keep this posture in front of you. So my left hip is behind my right slightly. Just very subtle. And ease in and out of this, right? Don't force, just gentle. It's like we're very similar to the concept of using the strap, right? We find the sensation, feel the release, and stay. Reach your arms back up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back, drop it flat. We'll find warrior one on the side. This time I'm going to start with my hands at my heart and come up warrior one. And again, just this idea of squaring the hips forward, unrealistic for most of us, right? So just taking the right side of the body forward, drawing into the left hip flexor, pushing into the left foot, but equal pressure on the outside of the right foot. And just be. I always enjoy massaging, right? Massaging length and space into the body instead of just forcing. Ease into it, gentle, with breath. Inhale, back off. Exhale, push back in. That's it. One more time. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet together to touch. I'm going to come into chair pose. Sit in the chair, fingertips around the earth. Sit into your heels, maybe lift all 10 toes. Bring your hands to your heart center or reach your arms up overhead and just sit deep into a chair. Deep. A few weeks ago, one of our teachers, Maddie, said that we're all right now in the chair pose of life, right? But soon, eventually, we'll have the sweetness of the forward fold. I love that. Makes so much sense. Sit a little bit deeper. Take a breath in, and then exhale, forward fold. Lengthen your body, inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Step the left foot back. Let's come into warrior one. Now from here, we'll open into warrior two. Simply open the arms. Pushing into the right foot. Feel the opening in the inside of the right thigh. Arms reaching, shoulder blades drawing in slightly. Breathe. Now from here, let's lengthen the right leg, reach the arms up, and then exhale back into warrior two. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Let's take that one more time. Inhale, reach up. And this time take it into triangle pose. Right hand comes down to the outside or the inside or the top of the right foot. And just breathe. Some of these holds a little longer than usual, right? As Brian Kess says, a little LSD, long, slow, and deep. Wait for the release. Maybe get a little bit deeper. Fingertips can graze the earth. And then from here, we're going to take this into half moon pose. Maybe take the left hand on the outside of your waist, heel toward the left foot forward, fingertips in front of the right toes, left foot lifts. Left arm can reach to the sky. Lots of options here. You can always take your right hand and bring it to your heart. Very slowly start to bend back into your right knee. We'll find warrior two one more time. Now from here, I'm going to find goddess pose. I'm just going to spin around on my red mat so I can face you guys. But goddess pose, we're going to turn both toes, both feet out, arms into a goal post or hands at heart center. So knees sit over the heels. And just pause here. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips. Pubic bone is lifted. Pubic bone is lifted. Notice natural arch in the lower back, not an excessive arch, right? That puts a lot of pressure on the lower spine in this position, especially as you start to sit a little bit deeper. And let's be here together for 5 breaths. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Lengthen your legs. Turn your heels out, toes in. Let's come into a nice wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita. So you can grab opposite elbows. Maybe a little shift side to side. It always feels nice. So this idea of crown of the head dropping down toward the earth. Some of you might be able to bring the forearms to the earth. Hands can reach behind. Tail lifting, legs lengthening if that feels okay. Pushing into the edges of the feet equally. Pressing into the balls of the feet and the heels equally as well. Right? Many times you see people, and we all do this, we'll sit into the heels to give us a deeper sense of the range of motion, right? But it's a false sense. Equal pressure, front and back of the foot. Breathe. Again, communicate the language of sensation. What does that mean to you? And start to come into nice flat back. Fingertips underneath the shoulders. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the legs, the neck. So we're going to start this now with the left foot facing. So we started out on the right foot earlier. I'm going to take this with the left foot forward. So at home, I started facing you. I don't want to face the wall, right? So I'm going to take my left foot to the back of my mat. This is the back of my mat, right? So I'm going to take warrior 2, the back of the mat. So that's left foot forward. And breathe here. Push into the edge of the right foot. Relax into the shape. Just drop in a little. Every breath, drop in a little bit deeper. And so the whole idea this morning and in this practice is this idea of communicating, right? And really understanding what that means for you, right? Are you quick to react? What does it take for you to stay, just to be, right? You know, we're all getting very good at just staying, right? In our homes, new routines. Let's reverse the warrior. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Reach up and back, reach up and away. And we're going to take this into extended side angle. First one, let's take the left forearm to the left thigh. Right arm can reach overhead or straight up to the sky. So for the sake of this practice for me, I'm going to keep my right hand on my heart, but spin the right side of my chest up toward the sky. And breathe. Maybe float the left fingertips down to the earth if that feels good. And then very slowly make your way back up to warrior 2. Let's do that one more time. Reverse. And then extended side angle. Maybe the left arm reaches forward and right arm reaches forward. Again, just for the sake of my shoulder, I'll keep my right hand at my heart. Reaching. For 5. For 4. Breathe a little deeper. 2. And then 1. Now we're going to pivot onto the ball of the right foot. Just pivot onto the ball of the right foot. Arms can reach behind like airplane wings. They can reach forward or to the earth. Right? And then slowly drop your back knee to the earth, hands at heart center, or reach them up to the sky. Again, for the sake of my shoulder, I'll keep my hands at my heart right now. And then very slowly, I start to come into half splits. I'm going to lengthen my left leg. Maybe walk that heel forward slightly. Leading with the heart. Lead with your heart. And again, massaging, right? Massaging space and length and opening in the body. Massaging. Pulsing. Feeling around. Feel your way around. What does it feel like to turn those toes over to the left and then to the right? What does it feel like to press the ball of the foot into the earth? Alicia did this in one of her last videos, pressing the ball of the foot down. Give a little more mobility in the ankle, top of the foot. And then pull the toes toward you. What does that feel like? Draw the left hip back. Right? Feel that sensation. Okay. And come back in. Press into that left foot. Tuck your right toes. Tuck your right knee. Step the right foot forward. Inhale. Lengthen your body. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold. Let it go. Inhale. Rise up to standing. Reach up. Reach those arms up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's reach out. Exaggerate. Reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out. And then fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. This time we're going to step the right foot back. Drop that back foot flat. We're going to come into warrior one. Just ease into it. Slowly come up to standing. So again, massaging, right, into that space. Drawing the right rib cage forward slightly. Take a breath in. And then exhale, open up warrior two. And just dropping in, dropping in, dropping in. Edge of the right foot pressing in. Maybe lift the ball of the right, the big toe on the right foot. Find the edge and then press the big toe down. Feel that. Let's lengthen the left leg and then reach the left arm up to the sky. And then let's come back into warrior two. We can reach both arms up again for the sake of my right shoulder. I'll just bring my left arm up and then come back down. Let's do that again. Reach up. And this time, let's find triangle pose on the left side. Left fingertips float to the earth, either inside or outside or the top of the left foot. And again, for the sake of the shoulder, I'll just leave my hand by my side or at my heart and just spin the right side of the chest to the sky. Breathe. Maybe a little bit deeper. Again, both sides do not have to be equal. So this side, I'm very comfortable pressing my palm into the earth. And again, I just feel like I need to move a little bit in this shape. And then here we go. From here, we're going to start to come into half moon pose. Bend into the left knee. Heel toe the right foot forward slightly. Left fingertips in front of left toes. And then just floating the right foot off the earth. The right arm can reach up to the sky. Pull your right toes toward your nose. Try to stay on tented fingers or a block on your left hand, a block underneath that hand. Breathe. And then very slowly now, bend back into the left knee. Float the right foot down to the earth. Warrior two. A little shaky this morning. I'm going to come back into that goddess pose like we did on the other side. Hands to heart center. Pivot the toes outward, heels in, and sit low. Pubic bone is lifted. This is important, so you don't have any excessive arch in the lower back. Again, that puts unnecessary pressure there. So sit into the shape. Maybe a little rock side to side. Sometimes if you just start pushing into the hip flexors, it almost locks up, you get stuck. So just a fluid side to side movement, nice. Sit a little deeper. Let's just close our eyes here. Let's be here for 5, for 4, for 3, a little bit deeper, for 2, and 1. Lengthen your legs, turn the heels out, toes in, coming back to that wide-legged forward fold. And you might notice there's more depth, right? There's more ease revisiting this shape for the second time. You may have noticed through the practice that work we did with the strap in the beginning of our practice has made quite a difference in some of these bigger, longer poses, right? Triangle pose, prasarita, goddess pose. Again, massaging, easing with breath into the depth. Right? So we're not pushing, we're not forcing, easing in. Let's take the hands over to the left foot. Let's try in front of the left foot, pressing into the heels and the ball of the foot equally. Feel the opening on the right side of the body. Come back through center. Take both hands to the front of the right toes. And then drop in so that you feel the opening through the left side of the body, especially in the lat, maybe the obliques, you feel that. Big side body stretch. Side body opening. Let's come back to center, and let's drop in one more time. Just drop in, let it go. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, push the earth away, come into that flat back again. And just be here, just pause here, feel lengthening. And then play with the lifting of the pubic bone. Pull the pubic bone up toward the navel. Feel the tail drop. Pushing the earth away. Feel the space between the shoulders opening. And then maybe that natural arch in the lower back. So the tail tilts upward. So again, very similar to like we did in our forward folds, that cat-cow idea, right? So this is the cow, and then the cat. So that again, inhale, and then exhale. One more time, inhale, and then exhale. Good. Let's come into that neutral spine. And this is where we take it to the back of the mat. So now this is where the right foot faces forward, right foot faces forward. We're going to open up into warrior two. So right foot forward, edge of the left foot pushing into the earth. Let's reverse this. Reach up. It's a little difficult for me on my right side. So I'm just going to reach my left hand down, my left leg. And then extended side angle. Right forearm, right thigh, left arm reaches up overhead or to the sky. You choose. And breathe. But spinning the left side of the chest to the sky. Maybe the right fingertips float to the earth. Maybe the left hand comes behind the lower back. Again, massaging constantly. I feel like I need that right on my right side right now. Just massaging a little bit more space. Let's find warrior two. Let's take that one more time. We'll reverse it. Reaching my left hand down as far as I can go. And then extended side angle. Maybe the right hand falls to the outside of the right foot, left arm to the sky. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And then 1. Frame your front foot. Pivot onto the ball of the left foot. Again, just like we did on the other side, we can frame the front foot. We can bring the arms behind us like airplane wings, or we can reach the arms forward, right? Breathe. And with strength and control, lower the left knee to the earth. Reach the arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Go ahead, breath in. On the exhale, let's take it into Ardha Hanumanasana. That's half splits. Toes, right toes facing the sky. Maybe walk that right heel forward slightly. And again, massaging, right? Massaging space, length, opening. Draw the right hip back. Pull the toes to the nose. Maybe drop the toes to the right. Drop the toes to the left. Maybe take the foot and drop it flat. What does that feel like? And then fullest expression, drop that toe, those toes back. Pull the right hip back. Lead with the heart. That's it. Start to bend back into the right knee. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and then step the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, I'll face you for this. Chair pose. Let's take the feet hip width distance this time. Sit into your chair. Sit into a deep chair. Try to keep eyes facing forward. Sit a little bit deeper. Breathe. And then just rock into the ball, or actually the whole surface of the right foot. And then just lift your left foot. Just lift for 3, 2, 1. Take it over to the left surface of the foot on the floor. Lift the right foot for 3, 2, 1. Sit a little bit deeper for 3. These are breaths now. For 2. Breath in together. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Let's take that twist again. Take the right hand to the earth. Left arm reaches the sky. Left leg is long. Take that to the other side. Left fingertips down. Right arm reaches the sky, or hand at the hip. Spinning the right side of the chest to the sky. Eyes up. And then fold on a big exhale. So I'm going to spin, face the back of my mat as we continue. Let's inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up. Exhale, let's fold in half. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's step the left foot back. I'm going to come into crescent lunge right now, crescent warrior. Keep that left heel lifted. Reach the arms behind. A little core work here. Pull the navel in and up. Pubic bone lifting toward the navel. And then reach the arms up to the sky or hands to heart center. And then pulse here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Take the left hand down to the inside of the right foot. Right arm reaches the sky for dragonfly twist. And breathe here. Pull the left kneecap up into the quadricep. Don't get lazy in that back knee. Pull it up. Pull the navel in and up. I'll pin my hand on my heart center so I can spin my heart up to the sky. All right, adding on. Let's take the left fingertips, walk them forward for revolved half moon. pushing off the ball of the left foot, and then lengthen the left leg. Push the earth away with the right leg, and pause here. B, just B. For 5. For 4. Try to press that heel back, or the ball of the foot. Just don't get lazy, right? Al dente, like we talk about in class, al dente, nice and strong. For 2. And then 1. We're going to lower the left foot. We're going to lengthen the right leg for pyramid pose. Leading with the heart. If you have blocks on either side of the foot is nice, or one block in front of the right foot. Fold in half. Take what you need here. Might feel nice to take that left foot, step it forward slightly so that your hips are square. Breathing. Let's try to fold in a little bit deeper, just for a few more breaths. Maybe a soft bend in the right knee. I need that for my body. I need that bend in the knee to really get the belly of the hamstring. Take a breath in here. Exhale. And let's slowly step the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's rise up to standing. Sweep those arms up, or hands at your heart center. And let's fold in half. Lengthen halfway. And fold. Good. We're going to step the right foot back, coming to the end of our standing portion of the sequence. Setting up for crescent warrior, crescent lunge. Reach the arms back. A little core work here. And breathe. For 3. For 2. And then 1. Reach the arms up to the sky or hands at heart center. And then once you find and establish the shape, pulse. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Just be. You lift the left heel. Good, here we go. For dragonfly twist, take the right hand to the inside of the left foot, lengthening the right leg. Pull that kneecap up into the quadricep. Left arm reaches the sky. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Here we go. Walk the right fingertips forward, setting up for revolved half moon. Lift that back leg. Float the back leg up. Left arm reaches the sky. Soft bend in the left knee, or you can lengthen your left leg. For 5. Heel of the right foot back, or the ball of the foot back. But not lazy in that back leg. Very strong, very deliberate. And here we go. Float your right foot back. Lengthen your left leg. Maybe heel toe, walk that right foot forward slightly for pyramid pose. Start by leading with your heart. So lengthening through the spine. Neck is long. And then take what you need here, right? I feel like I need to come in a little bit closer. I'd like to get a deeper fold on this side. Because I can. The other side is not as, it takes a little more effort. Again, moving, massaging, listening. Good. And let's very slowly, softly step the right foot forward. Take your feet hip width distance apart, and we'll come right into Malasana. Nice deep squat. How are we doing so far? Sweet, juicy stuff is left. That's it. All the hard work is over. All the effort starts to ease up. And then take your triceps and the insides of your thighs, and very gently, as you open, we're not cranking on the knees, opening, as you open, you drop your pelvis, right? So pelvis drops. And feel this. Feel the ease, feel the softness. So if you feel yourself pushing, ease up on that, back off the pushing. Good, and then simply just lower yourself down to your seat. Okay, so maybe I lied a little bit. We'll do one more little push with some core work, right? Let's take Navasana. Let's take the heels up. Arms can reach out. Hey, I just had an idea. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I'm actually dropping sweat on my lenses. Let's play my favorite game. You guys know what it is. Grab onto the toes. And grabbing onto the toes doesn't mean the legs have to be long, right? You can have your knees bent. And if your knees are bent, use your elbows on your shins for support. And just be here. Pause for 5, 4, 3, for 2, and then 1. Here we go. Keep your feet right where they are. Release your hands. Press the palms together for 5, 4, 3, 2. Grab onto your toes. We're going to do that one more time. And here's the game. Where did those piggies go? That means you have to close your eyes, all right? Here we go. Close your eyes. Palms press for 5, 4, 3. A lot of shaking going on for 2, 1. Find those pickies. Where did they go? Yes. And then open your eyes. Maybe put some length in the legs. Heart opening, heart lifting. And then very slowly release down to half boat pose. Arms reaching, toes pointing, balls of the feet pointing forward. Reaching, look at the toes. Press the lower back into the earth. Now stay with me. Arms reach up. Take your left leg up. Lower down, don't touch the floor. Take your right leg up. Maybe touch the fingertips. Left leg up. Boom. Right leg up. Good. Let's go. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6, 6, 5. You got this. 4, 4, 6, 5, 3. I was messing with you. 2, 2. Last one on the right. Yes, hug your knees into your chest. Little rock side to side. Right. Now I promise, all sweet, juicy stuff from this point forward. Take the soles of the feet to the earth. Palms press into the earth. Easy bridge, easy bridge. If you prefer wheel, I don't have wheel in my practice right now because of my shoulder, so feel free to take what you need here for your heart opener. Hips lift, hips lift, hips lift. Heels can lift. Gently walk your shoulder blades in toward your spine. Feel free to take the clasp of the hands underneath you. And then as you push your feet down, push them away. Feel that opening in the hip flexors. And then move your chin away from your chest. So many people like take that false sense of range of motion, right? You want your chest lifting, but you want your chin moving away. No tension in the neck or the face. And then lower slowly. Bring the soles of the feet together. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe one hand on the belly, one hand on your heart. Just follow your breath. Just follow. Feel. And let's do that one more time. Bridge or wheel. Make sure you can graze your heels with your fingertips. Press the earth away. So not only pushing the floor away, push down and away, right? It's a different sensation. Chin away from the chest. One more little push, and then lower slowly. Good. Supta Baddha Konasana one more time. And then bring the knees together. Take your hands behind the knees. Let's rock up to a nice easy seat. So we'll take the right shin, face it forward. We'll come into half pigeon here. So right shin faces forward. Sweep your left leg back. Use your hands or your fingertips on the earth to get more length out of the left leg. So if you notice I'm on the ball of my left foot, I push into my heel, my right glute lowers toward the earth, doesn't have to touch, and then I untuck my toes. And I just pause here. Right? That feels correct for me. I can't go any deeper without discomfort, right? So I'll start to walk my forearms down to the earth. And then ease into letting gravity take over, easing into the shape. Now a block underneath your left quadricep, right above your knee, is nice here. A block underneath your right glute, not my favorite, but it works. It works for some people. I prefer gravity to take over. It allows me to massage into the space with gentle rock side to side. So a way to do this, especially if you don't have a very deep expression of the shape, you inhale, you back off the pose. So as I inhale, my body shifts to the left slightly. Exhale, soften back into the depth of the shape. Inhale, back off, shifting to the left. Exhale, shifting into the right glute. Let the head go. Some of you might make a pillow with your hands. Nice. Full relaxation starting to happen, right? And from here, simply drop your right glute onto the earth. Bend your left knee. So we're going to take two variations of this shape, right? So start to take your right toes and then take them up toward the front left corner of your mat. Now, they don't have to reach the front corner. That's just the intention, moving in that direction. And we're going to start to snuggle the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee or thigh, and then just let the head go. So in this variation, you get a little bit more on the left side of the body, outside of the left hip, inside of the left thigh, side body stretch on the left side. Nice internal rotation of the right shoulder. So if you struggle with things like eagle pose, this is a beautiful, beautiful way to build that strength and that range of motion for that shape. And let's start to back out of this shape. And then simply sweep the left leg around. We're going to take double pigeon now. We're going to stack the left shin over the right shin. So I'll face you guys for this so you can see this. So left shin stacks on top of the right. So many people, you see this, lots of space here. If that's the case, put a block here to take up some of that space. If not, stack your shins as best you can. Feet are very active, right? Your toes are pulling toward your knees. And then simply, I like to rock into my sits bone so I know that I'm not compensating one side or the other or shifting into one side or the other. And then walk the hands forward and start to drop your forearms down toward the earth. And then draw your triceps in toward your shins and let the head go. Palms can face up or down. And just drop in here, allowing gravity to take over. So right now I feel a little bit of a locking up in my left hip flexor. So I'm just going to release the shape. I went in a little bit too fast. And then I'll ease back in one more time. Much better. And always, that's listening to your body, right? So if there's something that doesn't feel natural and your mind is saying, hey, that's okay, it's supposed to hurt. No, it's not supposed to hurt. Sweet discomfort, sweet discomfort. So if you're here for a few seconds and you're not feeling a release of some sort, back off a bit. Back off a bit until you find absolute ease, and then come back in. I always encourage students to come in and out of poses, right? In and out, either with breath or maybe count 5 breaths, back off the shape, come back in. It's a way to really discover your own practice, right? It's a way to listen, communicating again with that language of sensation. Start to walk the hands back. And let's take the left leg, the left foot, over to the right, outside of the right thigh. And we're going to hug the left shin in with the right arm. Take the left fingertips behind you. Nice easy twist. Some of you might have access to taking the tricep to the outside of the left thigh. I don't have that right now. So again, listening to my body and taking what's available to me today. Right? Might change tomorrow, hopefully. And then push the earth away with the left hand. Look over your left shoulder. Good. And then start to come back to center. Extend your legs out in front of you and just shake them out for a moment. Just shake it up. And let's take half pigeon on the other side. So we'll simply sweep the right leg back. Left leg stays forward. You scoot forward here. And again, coming up onto forearms or tented fingers, tucking the right toes, pushing back. So my right heel is pushing back. My left glute is dropping down toward the earth. That feels comfortable there. I untuck my right toes and then start to develop the shape. Starting with the forearms, then maybe walking down to the chest, extending arms out in front of you. So many options. Make a pillow with your hands. Again, if you have difficulty in the shape, you can take a block underneath the extended leg right above the knee. Try to stay away from the knee, right in the middle of the quadricep, or take a block underneath the left glute. You choose. Again, easing in and out of the shape with breath, right? So as I inhale, I shift to the right. I exhale, I allow gravity to take over and completely release into the left side. Inhale back to center, over to the right. Exhale into the left. I'm exaggerating this just for the sake of filming so you can see this, but this is how I come in and out of these shapes. And I encourage you to explore this. And really treat these postures especially as meditation. Closing the eyes. No expectation, right? No expectation of what should or shouldn't be. Just being with yourself, being in your body. If there's something that I've learned over these past 8 weeks with rehabilitating my shoulder after 2 surgeries, you really need to, your body speaks to you constantly. And for a moment, I wasn't listening. I had an expectation that because I'm a fit guy and I do yoga all the time and I'm flexible, I'm strong, that I should have been rehabbing faster. Boy, was I sadly mistaken. And I backed off completely and started to really pay attention to what my body was telling me. And then from here, we'll take that second posture within pigeon. Take the left toes toward the front right corner. Again, that's the intention. That's the direction that we're moving. We're not taking the toes all the way up to that front corner. Bend your right knee. So now your left glute is sitting on the earth. And when I internally rotate the left shoulder to snuggle to the inside of the left knee or thigh. This time, on the other side, I don't have access to this, but your forehead might actually touch your calf. Relax the right shoulder. Again, this is a beautiful way. If you struggle with tight shoulders and you have difficulty in things like eagle, this is a beautiful way to develop that shape and that range of motion. Again, letting gravity just take over, breathing. So as you inhale lightness, weightlessness, and then exhale heavy. Again, that's a way to Understand gravity taking over, right? You're releasing the effort, right? Try to find and give into the ease of the shape. Feel the weight of everything, the right arm, the right leg, the head. And start to walk your way out of the shape. And if any of these postures feel so good that you need more time, just hit pause and spend as much time as you need. And then we're simply going to sweep the right leg around, coming into half pigeon once again. Double pigeon, double pigeon. And active in the toes, that protects the ankles. Rock into the sits bone so you're not compensating. And then walking the hands forward, dropping the forearms toward the earth, palms up or palms down, and then starting to draw the triceps in toward the shins. That just gives you a little bit of, I don't want to say balance. It gives you a little bit of something to hold on to, right? It's like tractioning with the strap. I lost my train of thought for a second, but it's tractioning with the strap as we were pulling down on the ball of the foot and pressing the foot up. It's the same idea. It gives you a little bit more structure in the shape. And again, letting gravity take over. Again, any of these shapes, spend as much time as you'd like. I just felt a release on my right side. And just be with that for another couple of breaths. And then start to walk your hands back. And then we're going to drop the sole of the right foot to the outside of the left thigh, hugging in with the left arm, reaching the right fingertips back. And then right from the beginning of this posture, sit up tall, long spine, and then look over your right shoulder. Good. And then we'll start to come back to center. Extend your legs out in front of you. I'm going to spin around so you can see the side view of this. Take your strap, if you need it. Some of you may not need the strap for this. And soft bend in the knees. Just wrap the strap around the balls of the feet. Feet can be separated. Feet can be touching. Up to you. I like my feet separated. It gives me a little bit more room in my hips. So we're going to take a nice forward fold with knees bent, leading with the heart. Take a big breath in. And then slowly exhale, pull on the strap, pull the heart forward so that the belly sits on or between the thighs. Looking forward even, right? Nice long spine. And then start to drop the head softly, slowly, slowly, slowly. Some of you might even choke up on the strap. Maybe you don't need the strap. You can grab on with your hands. And then just be in this shape. If you have full expression of this, please feel free, take it. If you feel you need more, walk the sits bones back. Keep contact with the belly and the thigh or thighs. So I felt a little bit more of a release on my right side, so I'm going to walk my sits bones back just a little bit more. So long lower spine. Contact between the belly and the thighs. There's a little bit of effort here, a little effort required. Maybe walk the sits bones back just a little bit more. So for my practice, for me this morning, I'm trying to keep my lower belly in contact with my upper thighs. I haven't done this for quite a while, so I'm easing back in to the fuller expression. Some of you might like to take the yin expression of this by softening the legs completely. Let the feet fall out wide and then just drop in, like gravity take over. And arms can be on the inside or outside of the legs. There's a roundness to the spine in this shape, and that's okay. And start to ease your way out of that shape. And start to come onto your backs. Let's draw the right knee into the chest. Take your left heel off the earth. Left heel off the earth. And then we're going to take the left, drop the left heel now, and then take the right knee over to the left side of the room. Drop the right arm out wide. And gazing over your right shoulder. Good. Let's start to come back to center. Extend your right leg. Keep the right leg lifted to start. Pull the left knee into the chest. Right leg is lifted. Good, just like we did in the beginning of our practice. And then we'll start to lower the right heel, take the left knee over to the right side of the room, and then take your gaze over your left shoulder. And then come back to center. Give your knees a big hug into your chest. Maybe wrap your forearms around your shins. I can't do that today. I don't think. I will try. Yeah, not bad. Again, forehead toward the knees. Pull your toes toward your nose. Take a big breath in. And then like a slingshot, let it go. Shavasana. And take up some space here. Take your feet wide, arms wide, palms face the sky. And just take a quick scan and notice if there's tension anywhere. Right? And let's just say you feel tension. You feel a little bit of tension in the legs or in the glutes. Sometimes that's the case, especially with a lot of the standing postures that we did. Squeeze everything out one more time. Make tight fists, squeeze your toes, eyes and nose, belly and bum. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And just notice the difference. If you still feel tension, do that one more time. Otherwise, start to enjoy Shavasana. And feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. Nowhere to be, but bathing in this peace and calmness, bathing in this relaxation. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice this morning. Let's take one Om together before we finish our practice. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, prepare for Om. Bring your thumbs to your forehead and look up to the sky. May the rest of your day be filled with love, peace, kindness. Namaste.